If you're an Excel beginner, then this video is definitely for you. If you've ever looked at an Excel formula and thought, I could never figure that out, this is going to change that. In this video, I'll show you how Copilot can create the right formulas for you, step by step, in seconds. Hi everyone, welcome to First Steps in Excel, your go-to place for learning Excel from scratch. I'm Wayne, I'm a software trainer with over 10 years of experience helping adults feel confident with tech. If you've ever opened Excel and thought, what is this grid of boxes? Don't worry, you are not alone and you're in the right place. Welcome back to First Steps in Excel. Okay, so in the last lesson, you learned how to use hyperlinks in Excel, linking to websites, jumping between sheets, and making your spreadsheets easier to navigate with just a one click. Today, we're focusing on one of the most frustrating things for beginners, formulas. If you've ever opened a spreadsheet and thought, what formula do I need here? Why is the number wrong? Or am I using the right cells? You're definitely not alone. In this lesson, I'll show you how Excel Copilot helps you create formulas by telling you exactly what formula to use while you stay fully in control of your spreadsheet. Let's get started. For this lesson, we're keeping things realistic and simple. So on the screen, you can see a basic travel style table with columns such as item, quantity, price, total, and status. We've got hotel stays, flights, car hire, food budgets, the kind of data people actually work with. This is exactly where formulas usually start to feel confusing. Let's start with the total column. In plain terms, total should just be quantity multiplied by the price. But instead of guessing the formula or memorizing it, we'll ask Copilot. So we're going to ask, what formula should I use in column E to multiply quantity in column C by price in column D, starting from row 3. Copilot doesn't just do it for us, it tells us the exact formula to use. So at this point, we'll then paste that formula into the first total cell and then use the fill handle to apply that down the column. This way, Copilot does the thinking and we stay in control. This next step is really important. So whenever Copilot suggests a formula, always check it in the formula bar. You can clearly see it multiplying quantity by price for the current row, and Excel applies the same logic to the rest. This is how Copilot helps you learn Excel, not just automate it for you. Now, let's move to the status column. We want Excel to automatically flag expensive items. So in this sheet, we're going to say if the total is over £300, that's over budget. Otherwise, anything below, we're going to say is okay. So we're going to type this into Copilot. So we're going to say, what formula should I use in the status column to show over budget if the total in column E is greater than 300? Otherwise, show OK, starting from row 3. And as you can see now, Copilot will start to figure out the answer, and then it will give us the correct if formula. We're then going to paste that into the first status cell, apply it down the column using the fill handle, and as you can see now, Excel handles the rest. You can instantly see which items are now pushing that budget we set. The key to getting good results from Copilot is being clear with your question. So don't type something like create a formula. You want to use a prompt such as what formula checks if a total is over, say, 300. So remember, the clearer your prompt, the better Copilot's answer. Let's look at one more quick example to really reinforce this, okay? So imagine we want to see how much of our £300 budget each item uses as a percentage. So in other words, if an item costs 150, that's 50% of our budget. If an item costs, say, 300, that's 100%. So we're going to ask Copilot, what formula should I use to calculate the percentage of a £300 budget using the total in column E starting from row 3? And once again, as you can see, Copilot gives us the correct formula. We're then going to copy that, paste that into our first cell, and apply it down the column. And remember, this is a great example using Copilot, not just for like totals and if statements, but for everyday calculations too. Copilot is perfect when you're unsure what formula to use, you want help avoiding mistakes, you want to understand the logic, but you should still practice typing formulas manually when you're learning Excel basics, you want confidence, you want full control, and think of Copilot as a coach, not an autopilot. So now you know how to use Copilot to get the right formulas, multiply quantity and price correctly, build a simple if logic for status, and review formulas so you actually understand what Excel is doing. Okay, so now it's your turn. I want you guys to ask Copilot for a formula, paste it into Excel, and then check it in the formula bar to make sure it's correct. Do this just once, and formulas will start to feel far less overwhelming. Okay, everybody, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a step. I will see you all in the next video.